How are we doing, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going over some of the coverage, guys. So we're looking over middle linebackers, cornerbacks, and safeties, and we're going to go through some of the best ever released and some of my personal favorites. So number one, I think always a fan favorite, one that everyone always loves, is this Troy Apke card. He is a very cheap user card. He's much more of a card people use in regs in franchise as opposed to in Ultimate Team. But if you need a very cheap user day one, this is the guy to go, because at a 65 overall, he will not be very expensive. But with the 87 speed and 87 acceleration, he's going to be one of the faster guys in Ultimate Team. And whenever I use them, I always love them. So this is a quick, little cheap user card that they teased, that they showed, that everyone always loves. So I thought I'd bring it to you guys. And the next guy that we're looking over is arguably last year's best defensive player in the game. Isaiah Simmons, from day one, when he got that rookie premier card, was the best card in the game. He was the best user, and that lasted for a while. And then when he got his second card, he was, again, arguably the best user for as long as he had a card. This is how good, because he is, I believe, 6'5", with it doesn't show his jumping, but he's always got good speed. And then at a 76, he's got 86 speed, 86 acceleration. When he gets a card in the mid 80s, he's looking at easy 90-90. And then he's always got good jumping. He's nice and athletic. This is a card he is a budget beast, absolute monster as a user. A lot of the budget beasts for safeties are normally going to be better as users, because they'll be like Apke, like Simmons, good speed, fast athletic guys, but the coverage stats won't be there. And that's similar for this next guy that we're going to show you. And this next guy that goes down as a budget beast is Jeremy Chinn. Similar to Isaiah Simmons, just a little bit better, with that same speed, same acceleration, but since he's a high overall, he's going to have better coverage stats. But same idea. This is a great user card, and similar, whenever they get their next card, when they get their card in the mid to high 80s, that's going to be the card you're going to want to snag up, especially if you're on a no money spent team, and you're looking for more of those budget options. This is going to be the guy that you need to get, because he's going to have speed in the 90s. He's going to have good hit power, good zone coverage. This is going to be a great user card that you can use later in the game. Now, these next two cards I'm going to show you are going to be one of those the few outliers, one of the cards that are actually good budget beasts that you will not be using. But so this gold L'Jarius Sneed, the reason he's good as a budget card, I wouldn't really call him a budget beast, but the reason he's good as a budget is because he does have great jumping, so great athleticism with that speed, acceleration, agility. If the man zone press, all of his coverage stats are a little low, so this is why this card isn't really one that I would use. But his upgraded 84 overall is a card that I would definitely use. At an 84 overall on day one with 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 79 man, 76 zone, this is going to be a great card, especially if you're someone who likes to run a lot of man coverage. Any type of chemistry that gets this guy up to an 80 man coverage. So he's going to be getting similar thresholds to all of the better coverage cards and better cornerbacks in the game, with that top end speed. So this is going to be a card. Day one is going to be very good to use. And that's why this theme builder is always great in the beginning of the year, because they have a lot of these cheaper cards that you're going to get good speed out of and decent coverage stats at least. And now we're getting into the top 5 core elite cards that they showed. So these are going to be the top 5 core elite middle linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks. We're going to start with Bobby Wagner. I kind of hate to see this, because as long as the past however many years Bobby Wagner's been in the league, since the Legion of Boom, he has been an absolute force at middle linebacker position. He's been one of the best in the game, but his cards are just never good in Ultimate Team, because they always absolutely just shaft him when it comes to speed. This guy is someone who had a very good 40 time coming out of college, and they just every year they give him horrible speed. If you put 85, 86 speed on this guy, this is an amazing card. This is a great card, especially if you can use your middle linebackers this year. This would be an excellent card. But with that speed and 74 zone, this is someone I don't really want to have out on my field. With 85 hit power, if you want to use him as an in-the-box linebacker, all for it. You bring him in for like run situations, run downs. But this is going to be an expensive card to use just sometimes for run that I personally won't have on my team. And now we have Tyrann Mathieu, who is the first safety in today's video. So this is someone who, he's actually the only safety, so he's the highest rated safety in Ultimate Team. And as you can see, there's good reason. What's always very good about his cards is that you're getting good speed as well as good coverage stats. So this is someone who, in past years, people will throw down at a cornerback as like a slot corner, and he's normally very good there because he's got good man and as well as even better zone. That's getting into the mid to high 80s. So this is going to be a card that is very good. And same thing with all of the rest of the cards he gets throughout the year. These are going to be very solid cards because you get that mix of speed and coverage that especially you want out of his safety. This way you don't have to user him, you can kind of leave him on your field and he'll be able to patrol enough space on his own. And speaking of, you throw this person on the field and you don't worry about him, is Jaire Alexander, as well as the next cornerback that we're going to go over. But with Jaire Alexander, with 86 speed, 86 acceleration, he's not going to be the fastest. He's someone who will get burnt by those top end wide receivers like the Jamar Chase with 91 speed, or you got Tyreek Hill with 89 speed. He's going to get burnt by them if you leave him in just pure man coverage with no help over the top. But in terms of a coverage guy against 99% of the wide receivers in MUT, this guy's going to absolutely shut them down, and you don't have to worry about them. And this is why this is an excellent card, as he deserves to be with how he's played recently since he got into the league. And speaking of someone who deserves every bit of love that they've been getting, is Fred Warner. This is someone who, since he came into the league, has done nothing but grow into a better and better player, and now is rated and is arguably the best linebacker in the league. This linebacker, he's got a similar issue to Bobby Wagner, where he's got only that 81 speed, but at least on this card, he's got that 83 zone coverage. So you can put him in a zone, and you don't have to worry about, oh no, like, he's got a terrible zone, he won't be able to stick with anything. He's someone where, as long as you're not expecting them, you're not expecting him to cover anything deep, you're not expecting him to run with any of the top end receivers, he's going to be fine because and with decent hit power, decent block shedding, he's going to be able to play well in the box as well as stuff short. So as long as you're not expecting him to really run with anyone too fast or cover anything too deep, he's going to be a very good linebacker. This is also all pending on linebackers being usable in Madden 22. In Madden 21, they really just weren't because they didn't animate, they were too slow. But if they are better in Madden 22, in MUT, this is going to be a great card, especially early on in the game. And now we have the #1 rated core elite coverage guy. So out of all of the middle linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks, you have Jalen Ramsey. This man is an absolute monster. With 85 speed, 87 acceleration, he's not the fastest, but he's got decent enough speed where he's going to be able to keep with a lot of people, especially with that 87 acceleration. He's going to be able to run with them. As long as you're not expecting, like I mentioned with Jaire Alexander, as long as you give him a little help over the top when he's going up against that Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill, this is going to be an amazing lockdown corner who, with 88 man, 86 zone, if you get a little chemistry, get him up to in the 90s, it's over. People aren't going to be able to pass, especially if man coverage is the meta like it was last year, which I hope it's not. But if it is, this is going to be a card that everyone's going to need on their team because he's going to be absolutely locking everyone down. Especially if you consider you can power these guys up to then he's getting 89 man coverage and 90 press off the rip, no chemistries. This is an absolutely elite card that if you want to have one of the best card teams in Ultimate Team, this is someone who you're going to need. And now we're turning a little bit away from some of the cards that those core elite, that card that you're gonna have to buy. This is a card that the J.C. Jackson cards that you're gonna be able to earn by doing the challenge that are gonna be there day one in the game. So this is a card that everyone's gonna be able to get day one on their team. This version is the powered up. I would like to say, how amazing does this card art look? This looks absolutely fire. And this is obviously he's a man-to-man coverage, so man-to-man guy, coverage cornerback, so he's going to be a little bit better in that aspect. But with 88 speed, 90 acceleration, and both coverage stats in the 80s, this is going to be an amazing card that you can use day one on a no money spent team. This is someone who I recommend everyone get on their team. And now we are going over these rookie premier cards that have been teased a handful of times. My one thing with Micah Parsons is what I've said that's similar to what I said with Fred Warner. If linebackers are more usable in Madden 22, where they animate better and they're faster, this is going to be an amazing card because he's got decent block shedding, great tackling, great hit power, and that speed is great. So this is someone who, if linebackers are usable, this is a card who you can use day one and have no issues with for quite some time. But if Micah Parsons is someone who you can't use her because linebackers are similar to Madden 21, this Trayvon Moore card is the guy you want to go with. With 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 86 hit power, this is the guy who you're going to be able to use. You're going to want to use because he's going to be flying around the field, and with that hit power, he's going to be absolutely knocking people out and absolutely blowing stuff up. So this is going to be a great user card. If you can't use your Micah Parsons, if you can use your Micah Parsons, this 81 zone coverage with 90 speed is someone who you can throw up over the top, and he'll be able to flag down some of those fastest guys in the game. So some of those, like those Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill. This is going to be someone who will be able to help you cover someone like that, because if you get even a L'Jarius Sneed pair him up with Trayvon Moore over the top, you're not getting beat by anyone. It doesn't matter what the speed is, because you're going to be able to compete with that. And those are two guys who, if you did the rookie premier, Trayvon Moore gets free, and if you do the challenges, you're going to be able to get L'Jarius Sneed for free. So these are great ways that you can start thinking about how you want to build your no money spent team, and this is an excellent way that I think you can start. And last but not least, we have Jaycee Horn. This is going to be a very solid card on day one and for quite some time, just because you have that 89 speed, 89 acceleration. The only issue is that when you're looking at this card is that he doesn't really have the best coverage stats at that, only an 82 man as well as a 78 zone coverage. But during the stream, I do remember them talking about this card and saying that he gets all of those route knockouts, so those short route knockouts, medium route knockouts, and deep route. This is going to be someone, if you could throw in man coverage and you put some abilities on him, he's not going to be able to get beaten coverage. As well as I believe he also gets one step ahead. So this is going to be a card who gets the best abilities in the game. And I keep saying it, if this is a man coverage meta, this is the guy who you want, because he's going to get all those abilities day one, as well as he's got great speed. If this is more of a zone coverage meta and man's not as good, which to be honest I hope, he'll still be a solid card because he's going to have great speed, and with any amount of chemistry he's going to get up to that 80 zone where he starts getting better animations. So this is my recap of all of the coverage guys that were released. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this was a couple days late. I was having some technical issues with my computer, but we're back. And I hope you guys enjoyed all of this content. I really enjoyed making it. I always love talking about Ultimate Team, and it's awesome that I got people to talk to it with. And I would love for you guys to drop how you guys feel about some of these cards in the comments. I'll answer all of the comments down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Take care.